Well, there's one thing I've not been able to do enough of this year. You kids that know me well. But cooking, I went up to the corner market, and my friend Pam with Kinman Farms sold me some of the nicest tomatoes. And again, I don't have a lot of time. This year I've done very, very little in the way of canning and cooking and all that. It's just been busy. But anyway, these beautiful tomatoes, I parboiled them, peeled them, and cored them. And my chickens, I'm going to have fat chickens, okay? But I will give away, I don't want to give away all my secrets, like how I'm going to clean this stove off. That's one thing. But anyway, so I just cooked these tomatoes. And what I do is I take the juice off the tomatoes in a ladle, like so, okay? And I move it over to a stainless steel wok. You don't want to do this in an iron skillet, as much as I love my iron skillets. But the acid from the tomatoes eats, well, anyway. But this stainless steel wok, what I'm doing right here is what's called a reduction. So I'm going to take this very wet juice off of these beautiful, beautiful tomatoes. See what I'm doing? I just cooked them down a little bit. I don't want them overcooked, and I want them chunky, because what am I making? I am making meat sauce, okay? So here's my meat sauce. I've got loads of vegetables, and this is 50-50. This is 2 pounds of, it's 1 pound of beef and 1 pound of sausage, mild, and vegetables. These are, again, all these things like the onions and the summer squash, all these things that are down in here. Most of the tomatoes and things that you can see, big chunks. I don't think you can have enough meat and tomatoes in your sauce. So, and I'm just putting this together. But I just bought whatever they had. I actually would call my concoction here kitchen sink, because whatever looks good, like these red onions, oh yeah, they're beautiful. And again, I don't want to overcook any of this. And the peppers, all this I didn't do anything in my garden this year, by golly, but I just go Kinman Farms and look at the tomatoes, you know? I mean, look at this. I'm just going to dump that in there. I am going to cheat a little bit, yeah, because I want to red sauce this. My friends at Kroger, yeah, I know. But if you look at the ingredients, you know, and all that, here, I'll give you the barcode. Okay, you can do that. But anyway, the ingredients, it contains tomatoes and, you know, a little bit of sodium bisulfate or something like that, you know. Garlic powder. No, I don't think there's anything bad in there. Garlic powder. Things I would put in there, tomato paste. So anyway, yeah, I'll go ahead and if I can, augment my stuff. Because I'm making enough pasta sauce to feed a small army. I wish I had a better place to store it. So I'm going to post this, and if somebody wants a little bit of meat sauce, please call me, especially if you have a big freezer, and I'll package it for you, and maybe you can help me because my freezer is full. I like to cook. This has peppers, and it has the all kinds of different, there's a lot of vegetables in this, but it's also got a lot of meat. Okay, this is a meat sauce, definitely. And I'm going to like quadruple the amount of tomatoes, real tomatoes, and again, the tomato sauce. So I'm going to put about 3 cans of that because I want this to be super duper the best that I've ever made. Lots of oregano and got a little pepper grinder here. Okay, so put some pepper in there, a little bit of garlic salt, and Italian seasoning, a little bit of that. I'll put that in. There's basil and oregano, things like that, right? But I'll put that in at the very, very last thing I do. All right, sorry it's blurry. It's not bright enough in here, but anyway, can you smell that? And can you see this reduction right here? I could crank it up. See, I don't want to scorch this, so I got to be very careful, but I want to take this reduction right here, and I want to turn this little bit of tomato juice, again, doing it like this. Take the ladle, grab the tomato water. We don't want to waste anything. Put that in here and make a reduction. That little bit of oil you see, I have olive oil. That is actually, I have two different kinds of olive oil here. I bought some stuff. I don't use a lot of this because I don't get much of this, but Colavita, I ordered this from Amazon. Premium World Selection 100% Greek Classic Extra Virgin Olive Oil. You know, again, I can't afford to use much of it, but hey, if you're gonna do it right. So anyway, here we go. I got to turn that down because I do not want to scorch it. Also, I'm using this tomato juice in an aluminum pan, and I'm going to clean the sides here because I cooked the beef. I cooked all the things in this pan, and I want to clean the pan. Nothing goes to waste, okay? So I can kind of wash the pan with this tomato water, tomato juice, if you will. And I'm going to put the lid on the thing here, and it should just sweat down the... I'm steaming up my lens, aren't I? But anyway, I love this stainless steel wok. Very, very heavy bottom. And it'll drip down the sides of the wok and clean my pan when this reduction occurs. And the only thing about this lid is I have to cock it like that because